the list. The Polestar's
Mm-hmm.
on this list, but
Mm-hmm.
so many are not on this list. It's kind of insane.
Mm-hmm.
So, all that said, it does look like at least Chevy and Ford will still qualify, and
Mm-hmm.
they're probably, we can hope that they're going to do what they can to make sure that it stays qualified. Like that they better they better.
Yeah, I was listening to a different podcast that was touching on this, and um, they said there are some big winners and some big losers. The big winners are Ford because all of us Lightning reservation holders weren't going to get that EV credit. The big
Oh,
losers, though, are like I think they said Hyundai and
oh
Kia
yeah,
because I mean
Toyota.
they're not assembled here, and therefore they were going to get the credit, but now not.
Yeah,
Yes, and thank you, Seth. I did get the stream live on my channel, so thanks, guys.
Volvo's getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
Toyota, BMW, Audi. And they're being hit by one of like the four different ways. Either it's too expensive, not made in the U.S., or the battery issues. So um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's a whole nother video I planned on making before all this other news. Is just like,
Yeah.
man, maybe this tax credit isn't as good as we hoped it would be.
Well, and I hinted at that in my stream because it seems eerily timed for the bill to get passed in the Senate, and then
Yeah,
days later, Ford's like, well, you know what? We'll just bump up all our prices by 7,000 anyways. But that makes me
yeah.
wonder, like, so with the point of sale tax credit, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm just trying to learn, but
No, we're just chilling.
point of sale tax credit. So let's pretend the Pro is still $40,000 because that's an easier number for math. And I go in and I get the point of sale credit. So I only finance, let's say I'm paying in cash, 32,500 out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Who pays Ford the 7,500 that I didn't pay? The government? Or does Ford just
Yeah.
not get that money?
No, it's government budget that pays it out.
Okay, good. Then Ford has no reason to be doing this to customers. See, that makes
Well,
me
they still get the money. Ford gets the money though, so they
right.
just get that much more money. So
I guess yeah, I guess I had justified it in my head like okay, they're doing this because they don't want to lose out on that money that the customers are now not paying them. But oh, bad guy Ford. That leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
right, and everyone's sorting like material costs greatly rising, which I'm sure that has a decent amount to do with it, but
Mm-hmm.
they just made the pricing too suspiciously close
Yeah.
to what the tax credit is. That's what got me. It's like anything less would have been fine.
Well,
Um,
and you look at like okay, any extended range truck now no longer qualifies for the credit. Like that's eerie too. The cheapest extended
that
range truck is
so
80,000.
that part hit me, and I was really, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe the extended range battery is made somewhere else and they're not telling anyone, and that's why they raised it. Like
Mm,
I had all these theories going. I was like, no, I should just zip it for now. But I
yeah.
had to cut that out of my video. I was like, I had like these, like the Charlie Day meme of like wires crossing everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
The strings on the back.
exactly.
I
I
got to
was
set
like,
that up for next time.
and I only thought that because like they made it suspiciously just $1,000 over that
Mm-hmm.
80K limit, the
Yeah.
XLT, which 80,000 for an XLT.
Yeah. Well, to address John's question in the chat, so if you already placed an order for a Lariat, you're going to get the 2022 model year price. But for those of us, Larry, me, that haven't placed orders yet, we're going to end up paying more for our trucks. Okay, but shout out for all the hating that I've been doing on Ford tonight. 10 more miles on the standard range battery. Got to give them credit.
Yeah,
Not
like
not worth $7,000.
here's a little cookie. Here's a little cookie.
Yeah.
Just pay $7,000 for 10 more miles.
Yeah, and it confuses me because I'm like, where were those 10 miles on the last model? You're like, where did you squeak out 10 miles? It's such a weird number for it to
Well,
go up.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see it take place in a software update for the existing ones too. I bet it's something they've been holding.
Mm,
I don't know.
yeah.
Total guess. Here's a question: did you dive into the charger at all?
Well,
The now
the
five
fact that
hundred dollar
it's
charger.
Okay, I addressed this on my stream. So for
Yeah.
anybody that was watching that one, sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I'll make it quick. It's glass half full, glass half empty. If you wanted to be able to save $500, like if you already have a home charging solution and you
Right.
don't plan on traveling and you want to save $500, it's great that they're letting you remove that from the price of the vehicle. On the other hand, if that was already included in the 2022 model year pricing and now they're just charging you 500 more, then that sucks. So it's hard to know if that the price of that charger was truly like already rolled into the truck last year. I see it both ways. I'm going to
But
end
that
up
charger,
paying
like
500 for it anyway.
even that said, I'm with you, and I think I touched on that too. It's just like, first of all, you need to have a backup charger with you. Like
Yeah.
you want to take one with you.
Yep.
And do you really think that charger is worth $500 though? Like I think the
Uh,
Tesla mobile charger is like 200, and I think this one, I mean, yeah, it
it
comes with the both
it comes with the
adapters,
adapter.
but it can't be, I don't know. It's like worth $200 tops.
I agree.
I'm getting
It's one of
really
those
picky.
things that I fall hook, line, and sinker for because I'm so desperate for like something positive. I'm like, oh, at least I can take
I
five
know,
hundred
I
dollars
know.
off the truck. But in
But
reality, I agree, and I would want that anyways, and I would order it too.
yeah,
Um,
I would include it for sure. Like I have this awesome wall box. Shout out to Lectron actually sent me a wall box that I'm so excited. I'm finally in my new house so I can install it. Even though I
yeah.
don't have an EV right now to test it on, I'm still going to install it soon. But
Hmm.
so I have that and it's ready to go. So it's like, oh, I guess I don't need it. But then I immediately thought, like, man, when I had my Tesla, I used the charger on the go all the time, staying at my parents' house. Like, I need to charge overnight still. Like, going to friends' houses or something, like, you still want to charge. So,
Right.
you need a mobile one. Like, it's a must buy.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
guess, just to go back to your point, you can technically buy off brand ones. There's tons of J17s that are pretty
Hmm.
nice that you can get for probably $200,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lectron.
And I was gonna say, man, look at the next level YouTubing. He's got sponsored content. This is incredible. Um, I'm trying to think of other. All right, Larry, let's
Well,
dive
look
into
at
the
you. You
colors.
just moved into a penthouse. I don't know.
I did. See, so now I'm in that platinum lightning lifestyle.
Yeah, you
Um,
are.
so let's talk about the colors. I mean, this can be as
Yeah.
long or short as you want, but
Okay.
I'll just start with the color that you were going to order for 2022. Is it still available in 2023?
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think I was going to do carbonized gray, but now I'm going to
Ooh.
switch it to that avalanche slash cactus gray.
Okay, is Avalanche just cactus gray?
Definitely. Yeah. I
Because
think cactus gray, and then the Area 51 is the same as the Azul, whatever. It's just the same colors. They renamed it.
okay, educate me, Larry. I'm ready. I'm going to school because the on the website it's Azure Tricoat Metallic or something.
Yeah.
It's got a long fancy name. But my favorite thing about Area 51 on the Bronco is that it's flat. Like it is a flat paint
Yeah.
color. But the fact that this one is saying it's metallic, like to me, they're different colors, right? Like if it's going to have a metallic shimmer, like it's going to be a totally different vibe. Do
I
you think or
think
no?
those flat ones actually do have like a lot of the flat ones are metallic. Like
Oh,
I
really?
know it does metallic, and I said that awfully confidently, like that I knew that those colors were the same. But I'm literally just going off of someone posted like the color codes like a couple
Hmm.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I'm just trusting that blog post. So I guess, I should mention that before anyone says I'm wrong, but I'm like 99% sure because there was also leaked photos of the Area 51. So that's
Hmm.
definitely the Azure one.
Okay.
But yeah, the metallic is like used in the description of that flat color. So it is flat from what I've seen.
Okay. Okay. Well, and isn't it fun to be back in the dark completely on some of this stuff? Like
It's weird. It
it's
kind of is because we get to make videos again. If
yeah.
I'm being
Well, and the
selfish about
mystery is what's intriguing is like
it.
we don't know until someone finally gets their hands on it. Um, Yeah, I like it's just so hard because even like on a computer, you can change your color profile. And so on my computer, Atlas Blue might look a certain way, and on your computer, it might look totally different. So that's why
Right.
seeing it in person, I'm eager to see what Avalanche looks like.
Yeah.
But can I
So
tell you what my least
garage.
favorite color is? Oh, sorry, go
Hey,
for it.
yeah, sorry, I just want to. He just had a good comment. He said Avalanche Gray is actually an old Ford color from 2017, similar to Leadfoot Gray, which I love. The
Mm,
Leadfoot looks really cool.
okay.
So I'm happy to be wrong on that one because that's even more of what you want, Joe. Something flat, like
Yeah.
that's right up there. So
Well,
and then the last
um,
thing on color, and then I'll hand it back to you, is
yeah,
have you
yeah.
seen the Starlight White one? It's like the really muted gray white. It is awesome. Really cool.
Well, so is that the one that's only available on the Platinum?
It oh, if they just added it maybe, but it's not available for the 2022 Lightnings at all. So
Oh,
maybe
okay.
they added it this year and I missed it, but I think it's only on regular
I'm gonna pull
F-150s.
up. I saw Starlight. Let me pull up the building price real quick.
Okay.
Um, I can tell you what my least favorite color is,
Hit me.
and that would be. And sorry if anybody in the chat wants this new color. I don't think it was offered in 2022. It's like the champagne 1995 Camry color. Uh,
Gross.
is this ringing any bells for you, Larry?
Um,
I'm pulling it up now. I want to say the right name. Let's see here. Okay, so the platinum, the star white metallic tricoat, is that the
yeah.
color that looks awesome? Yeah, it's listed
No,
for
no,
the
no, no.
2022
Sorry. No, it's
platinum.
not that. It's space white.
Oh, space white. I haven't seen that.
Space white. Yeah. Can you tell I'm a pro at this?
Oxford white, iconic. Yeah, that's
It's
interesting. Well,
space
and
white.
also a notable exception for 2023, they got rid of iced blue silver, which was
And
like
that was their main color. Like
that's
in
their
all the marketing.
marquee, show it off in all the videos. Yeah.
Yep. That one
So
shocked
the
me.
official name of the color I don't like, sorry everybody, is well, oh wait, no. Is this one of the ones you said you want, Larry? Stone gray metallic?
No, yeah. That one's not good. I don't like that one.
It just looks like a weird retro color to me, but to each
Yeah.
their own. I I know
It looks slightly
universally,
better in person.
yeah,
A little bit better in person, but I don't love it.
yeah. Well, I'm trying to think of compelling conversation topics other than it's intriguing enough just to hear, okay, so you're like super on the fence about your Lightning now. So like does that mean you're just going to try to fall in love with an XLT?
I don't know. So if you want my honest opinion, I'll give right now, which is something that I'm trying to cope with, is so as I mentioned in your chat, I did cave. I bought a ICE F-150. I needed a vehicle, couldn't wait any longer. I got the e-bike thing going on, so I'm hauling e-bikes everywhere. I needed a truck.
Mhm.
Um, so I found a pretty nice 2017 um, Lariat, and it's decked out.
Oh,
It's got a double moon roof. It's got heated seats. It's got cooled seats. It's got the works, more than anyone needs. But it was a good deal, so I bought it. And
yeah.
now to match that quality in a Lightning, I'm gonna have to spend probably four times what I paid for this ice lariat, and I just
Yeah.
can't squeeze it. And it's going to feel like a downgrade to get, other
Mhm.
than the electric system, which kicks ass, and a couple other features. So it'll be an
Mhm.
upgrade in a lot of ways, but in like creature comforts, it's a downgrade across the board.
Yeah.
Even if I go with like a base lariat, it'll be a downgrade. So I that's the part that's really getting my gut. I don't know.
Well, can I ask real quick? I don't know how many of the viewers on my stream are familiar with Larry, but can I ask what happened to the Wrangler? You still have the Wrangler?
The Wrangler, what's a nice way of saying this, was the
Uh oh.
worst decision I ever made.
Oh, okay.
I loved the Wrangler. Like, I loved having the top off, and Wrangler life was awesome. But the
Hmm.
specific one I got, just, it was not a great purchase on my end. Like I
Okay.
just and I needed a truck really, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it wasn't like falling apart or anything. It found a nice new home, but it just
Yeah.
it wasn't checking the boxes anymore. And I've been a car hopper. Like that's I'm feeling awkward right now because I've owned like 4 cars in the last like 6 months.
Larry, if you're going to be a YouTuber and your content is cars, I think we all naturally were car hoppers before we found ourselves here. Like I had a Jeep Liberty, then I had a Jeep Wrangler, then I sold that for a Mazda CX-3, then I sold that
Okay,
for a Dodge Charger. It's natural. We evolve. We want different things, and now I want a pickup truck for some reason. So
there you go.
yeah, no shame.
Let
There's
me
no shame
let me
here.
ask you this: do you think so? Like right now, anyone who has a 2022 hit a jackpot value wise, like even without
Especially the
dealer
pro.
markups, right? And even without dealer markups, everyone just got a guaranteed like 5 to 7K bump in value just because the pricing of the 2023 year.
Hmm.
So that's awesome. What a great investment for anyone who bought one. Do you
Yeah, they have
think
to keep it for a year though.
if they had to sign that document, not everyone had to, but
Right.
most of them. So yeah, they hit a jackpot even after waiting a year. Do you think it'll maintain that over the next 2 years? Like for us making a sincere purchase of it, maybe we won't go up in value, but do you think it'll lay flat like it did? Like Teslas are still like Model Ys keep going up and up. Therefore, you never lose value on a Tesla right now.
Hmm.
Do you think Ford's going to try to follow that trajectory of keep raising prices, keeping people who own it happy, and their value of their vehicle goes up instead of down?
It's hard to say. I mean, it's all just conjecture, but I will say something that had not crossed my mind at all until somebody commented it on one of my videos is the battery technology is going to improve a lot over the next 5 years. And that's the only thing I could see diminishing the value of a truck we would get in 2023. Because but then again, all those new trucks, this was my counter argument, all those new trucks that come out with fancier batteries, there's going to be a 2.5 year waiting period for those too, just like there is a Lightning right now. And so, like, I
Yeah,
think the value in our trucks may not be it has the best battery tech. It'll be I can buy it from this guy tomorrow.
yeah.
I don't have to
That's a
wait
great
30 months, which is just insane to say out loud. So I think that's where we're going to get our value.
point. And you have a good point, and I think it might obviously in a normal economy a vehicle does lose value. So the lucky thing is being such a niche of these electric trucks that are going to be rare, even as more and more hit the market. They
Mm-hmm.
will hold value well, maybe not go up in value like it did for our 2022 folks, but at
Right.
least maintain something really strong, which is good. I just saw
Yeah.
a comment of a couple people talking about if they don't get a Lightning, getting a Maverick, and I just
I
wanted to
was,
bring it up.
yeah,
I
go
wanted
ahead.
a Maverick too. I tried to get one actually instead of the Lariat I ended up with, but everyone I talked to tried to mark it up 10K on me, so I couldn't buy one. But I'm with these guys. I think it's a tremendous value.
Well, and I also saw that comment regarding the Maverick, and I mean, yeah, the elevator pitch for the Maverick, a $20,000 pickup truck. Of course, I love that, but the reality is, right now you can't find one for less than like 35. So it's just like what we're talking about with the Lightning. It's a
You
great
gotta wait.
truck, but it's all about the value. But I think they bring up something interesting when we start talking about electric Rangers and electric Mavericks. Like it is fun to know that that is on the horizon. So once we've driven these Lightnings for 5 to 6 years or car hopped to other electric stuff, that those will be coming down the pike for sure.
Yeah. And I was
That's
saying that on the other stream is I'm destined to basically, as long as new cool electric trucks hit the market, I'm just destined to keep going to whatever the new one is. We both have our Silverado reservations, right? The Ram Revolutions, right? Knocking on the
mm-hmm,
corner.
mm-hmm,
Probably missed the cut for a Rivian, which sucks, but
yeah,
eventually I'll get to maybe those will taper in price someday, and we can try to get in one of those. And
yeah.
what else? Oh, we were talking about the Telluride truck. Kia is making a Telluride version of a truck version of the Telluride, or
Is it
supposed.
electric?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Well,
It will be. I hope.
because you brought up Rivian, I just want to do a quick. This is a gut reaction answer because I've referenced this a lot on my stream, and I want to just kill it before I grow attached to it. Rivian hiked up their prices. People canceled reservations. They rolled back the price hike. What's the likelihood that Ford does that here on a scale from 1 to 10? Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
got all the power in the world right now. They'll just say, you don't want it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, can you just do me a favor and step to the side because there's 60 other people who will gladly pay twice of whatever your cheap ass is going to pay. Also, yeah, f you, bye.
No, and you're totally right. You're totally right. I think it's one of those where, in hindsight, I guess I would have rather been a Rivian customer for that specific instance. Oh, OSR Garage doubled the likelihood. They gave it a 2. Thank you, OSR. But yeah, I don't see it happening because Ford's a legacy automaker. Even if half of their reservations walked out the door tomorrow, they've got the money to absorb that hit and keep making. Yeah, John has less faith than you, but yeah, it won't happen. But I tweeted at them, so I did my part.
Yeah, do you want to? I mean, since I guess this is on my channel now too, which I didn't realize that was going to happen, but can you share that story for the? I mean, I know some people already heard you talk about it, but just real quickly, you got a reply to your an unfortunate one, but
Yeah,
none.
well, so when this news broke today, I emotionally just started sending tweets at whoever I don't know about your Twitter, but my Twitter, the only Ford people I have on there are Jim Farley that I follow. He's the CEO, and then Mike Levine. Let me go to his profile. That way I don't give him the wrong title. Mike
Yeah,
Levine is the Ford North America Product Communications Director. He's really active on Twitter, and he will engage with people depending on what the tweet
yeah.
is. So
Just
throughout the
yeah, be
day,
polite.
right, yeah, and that's why I was like, I don't want to start a fight, and like he doesn't have to engage with me at all. So I'm just gonna voice my concerns. I want to. Oh, Tim Bartz also replied in that thread. Let
Oh,
me
nice.
see. I'm new to Twitter. I don't understand how to just see threads and stuff. I know I sound like a grandpa now, but
You can't click the comment because that makes you actually comment. It's annoying. You
yeah,
gotta.
I'm losing credibility now with the audience. But so I had sent out a few tweets just saying like it was a little sassy, but I'm like, you guys are gonna honor the original price for the reservation holders that put money down for these a year ago, right? And I didn't get a response. And so then I just started looking at other people's tweets and like kind of replying, adding to threads, piling on a little bit. So a guy named Ferris Khan tweeted and he said, so the Silverado EV is the better deal if you were to reserve today. If you have an existing F-150 Lightning reservation, it may be a no-brainer to follow through because Ferris was under the impression that we were going to get the old prices. So I tweeted back and I said, I'm paraphrasing. I was like, I don't think we get the old price. And that's when, dang it. See, I don't know how to use Twitter, guys. That's when Mike responded and basically shot us down and said,
I was gonna say I have your screenshot if that helps that you
yeah,
sent me.
just pull it up. You can read it word for word. And
Right.
I can
So
just
you told me, God, we're like 6 year olds trying to use a computer today.
it's
He
really
said back,
fun.
vehicle orders today are either unaffected or will receive a private offer, which we kind of saw in some of the articles. And then the dagger to the heart: new orders for reservation holders will be at the new pricing. And then there's 6 middle finger emojis at the end. Just kidding.
There's no emojis, but it felt like it. Well,
Right.
and that's when I really had to show some self-restraint because every fiber of my body wanted to hit that respond button and just be like,
Why?
so, and just I think Rivian having done this is what was giving me the ammunition. I'm like, this literally happened months ago to another manufacturer, and they did the right thing. So why are you choosing not to do the right thing? And so, but I pumped the brakes. I did not send that.
Okay.
And that's basically the only. And I
So do you
jokingly
think,
responded, and I said,
uh,
if you're going to charge pro Lightning buyers $7,000 more for the F-150 Lightning, you could have at least included the interior work surface. And I stand by that tweet because it still makes no sense why that's not in there.
it'd
But
be
anyways,
something. Yeah. I had you brought up something. Oh wait, did I already forget? Oh yeah, yeah. No, no, no. This is good. This is good. Do you think the fact that our reservations only were $100 versus Rivian's are 1,000? Do you think there's more weight to the decision of like Rivian conversions? Like if someone has $1,000 on a Rivian had to look at that and say these are going to be actual customers, whereas Ford has seen the conversion rates on the $100 that people were just throwing for fun to see if they get electric truck. That's the only reason why I am at that one I said earlier, because I think they're looking at the weight of what we have on the line and they'll say,
mm-hmm.
you don't want it, here's your money back, bye.
I think I touched on this earlier, and I completely agree, but for a slightly different reason. I think um, Ford, like I said, Ford's legacy, and each of us only put down $100. They can afford to lose us. Rivian was a startup, and if that many people left and yanked out $1,000 each from under them, they would have been in trouble. And that's
Yeah.
why I also have very little hope. And that's why these two situations are different, even though I like to reference them interchangeably.
Well, it's the same thing happening. It's just scale, really, is the difference.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm
despite all my
seeing
tweets today,
something.
we did not get any good news out of that.
I know. Well, we got a confident answer, so shout out for that. That's pretty tight. I'm
Yeah.
seeing OSR Garage and a couple other people talking about selling the reservation, which I don't think you can do. It's non-transferable to the person. But
Nope.
OSR said the dealer sent him the email saying that he could sell his.
Hmm.
I missed the actual comment. It's not on the. Oh yeah, I could just scroll up. My dealer sent me an email saying people want to buy my reservation and they could have me check by the weekend. Have me a
Hmm.
check by the weekend. I don't
Oh,
doubt it.
sell
If
the
they,
reservation back to the dealer?
I guess so. Where dealers would just kind of. This would be off the book. Like this would be technically sketchy. Like Ford would not allow this, but dealers could probably make it happen by just putting a different person's name on the order. But
Mm-hmm.
it totally, I don't know. I think it's actually kind of cool, right? Give the people who've been waiting, if they want to back out now, maybe it's a cool way to kind of make good on the price hikes. Like, hey, I didn't make it, but my $100 turned into 500, or you know, even that would be probably worth it to back out, don't you think?
It's the one time probably in the last 15 months that we'd be like, thank God for these dealers. They're really just saving us.
Thank, not only that,
Um,
thank God for these dealers doing something sketchy.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
good stuff.
and actually, I have a feeling that you'd drown in paperwork because you'd still have to buy, like you'd still be having to sign a lot of paperwork pretending you took delivery of a truck when really the dealer's going to take it. Oh, I don't know if I would rather have a truck, but I mean, if your dealer's offering that to you, worth
Yeah,
considering, I guess.
exactly.
But
Like we
wouldn't it
waited
be
so
better to
long.
just right? But wouldn't it be better to just like buy the truck and then sell it, and then you'd probably make that much back anyways?
Way more. Yeah,
Yeah,
tons more. That's definitely the move. But
yeah,
if you were going to back out anyway, like it's a cool consolation prize, I guess.
for sure. Oh man,
It feels good to talk about this, right? Like we get to vent it all out. All said
yeah.
and done, you're still locked in on the Pro, right? Are you going to add anything to it?
Hmm. Great question. So originally, with 2022 pricing, I was going to add on the 9.6 kilowatt
Yep.
onboard power. But now, once they hike up the price to 46,000, every option you're like way more stingy with. I'm
A
like,
little
am I
bit,
gonna
right?
be am I gonna be tailgating that often? Am I gonna be at a work site that often?
And you
Or
still
like,
get power in the back and the front. So yeah, like that's not, you don't really need that, but I would add the 360 camera. I don't know about you, but I just, for me, just moving to a truck, parking this bish sucks. I have a 6.5 foot bed too, and I am the worst with it. I'm getting better, but like it's got like a pretty good rear sensing system, but not a 360 camera. So like
Hmm.
if you back in, it's pretty nice. But other than that, it's tough. The 360 camera would be really nice.
Yeah, and actually, I think you make a great point. Like, I probably wouldn't do both, so I just have to ask myself what would be safer, come in handy, get your money's worth. It'd probably be the 360 camera.
And affect your
And
resale.
but you can only get the 360 camera, at least on the Pro,
Okay.
yeah, as part of the package. So you're also getting a bunch of other cool stuff, most notably the onboard scales. That's the other big
Oh
omission on
yeah.
the Pro, where it's like you could load up that truck bed with stuff and start on a journey, and the truck has no idea that you're not going to make it, and it won't tell you. So yeah, I think you make a good point. I'll have to think
It's
about that.
That's the best value to add on. I'd nudge you towards it because yeah, the 360 camera, the scales like you mentioned, and I think that's the extra cooling, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. As I said, I saw a comment come in from Rolf, extra cooler. Yeah.
Is that the Max Tow or the Tow Tech?
Ooh, good point. I
I
don't
thought the
know.
cooler was Max Tow, and I think the camera is Tow Tech.
Okay, well, get both.
Oh, jeez.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and this is the experiment. This is what we turn over in our heads every night as we're falling asleep. Because, I mean, in a way, thank God we haven't had to order these trucks yet. Because every day I change my mind. Okay, so let's play another fun game. We
Okay.
did this last time that we talked on a stream, so I'll just throw it at you again. Um, like what wave? Wave one is August 11th. Wave two is going to be 2 weeks later. Let's just assume there's 6 more waves. Do you think you're going to place your order in the next 6 waves?
I think so.
That's big. I'm
Well,
only
only
like,
because
go
I
ahead.
think I got moved in my list. They told me I was, and then they remember my whole debacle on my channel or whatever. Like people were mad at me because I agreed to pay the 5K. Well, we totally went back on that. I did not pay that for the record,
Right.
and especially won't now. Um, but I think all said and done, they still moved me because they sent me something like I've been the most annoying, like I've talked to them the most, so they did move
Oh,
me
that's
up.
right. Yeah.
So, but I don't know if they actually did. They said they did though. So that tells me I should be, within the top 10 on the list right now at
Mhm.
my dealer. So I could very well see me getting an order.
So here's not a reality check, but just a data point. I know you're in Michigan.
Yeah.
Um, I'm in Ohio. Oh,
The
that's
software
sweet.
rules, by the way. Yeah.
Dude, this is awesome. Feels
Yeah, this
legit.
is
I'm in Ohio, local dealer. It's where I did my test drive, which is not where I have my reservation. And so I don't know if he was trying to convince me to switch dealers. He wasn't doing a great job because he was like, here's the numbers. 2022, we got 3 allocations. I'm like, whoa, that's not a ton. I mean, Cincinnati's a big city. He said 2023, we only get 8. So that's just a data point. And that was a couple months ago. Things might have changed. He might have been misinformed, but that was from the sales guy that took me on a test drive. And that really put in perspective. I thought there was going to be a bigger jump from 2022 to 2023.
yeah.
But that's like, and I know that's just one dealer, but I was hoping we'd get into like the double digits, like for 2023.
Yeah. It's so hard to tell. And I bet there will be maybe, here's my hunch, just to add on to
Mhm.
that, is
Yeah.
it will probably be small for this first like wave unit.
Hmm.
But by then, I think they'll get the flow of things. They got to be getting close to getting things out. They didn't add anything crazy. They didn't get rid of a battery size. So it's basically they're just doing what they were doing last year.
Yeah.
So I think after this set of waves, then they'll do like a more brick style ordering where they'll get a big
Yeah.
batch of people in to do it. So
Yeah.
at the very least, like if you don't think you'll make it, which I'm sure you probably might. I mean, I'm just being optimistic for you. Um, I really think they're with all the numbers they've been saying, they got to at least get orders in by the end of 2023 for, I would say 75% of the uh, order list or the reservation list.
By the end of 2022,
No,
like
three.
right now it's, oh, next year. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my,
But by the
because
end
honestly, I
of,
mean, that's a lot of trucks. We're talking
yeah,
200,000 trucks almost. So my gut says they'll at least get orders in by the end of the next year for everyone.
but if
Optimistic,
I'm,
I know, but doable.
if, well, but on the flip side, if I'm getting an email inviting me to order in November of 2023, I don't know if I'm going to still be interested. That's a long ways off. But
And that'll
so
keep
like,
happening, which is why I think it'll happen. You know,
that's true.
enough people will fall out that the cream will rise to the top, if you will.
Well, and I think we're going to start seeing the effects of that tomorrow. I mean, people
Yeah,
are going to cancel their reservation over the new prices. Maybe not a lot, but they will.
yeah.
Um, well, and so let's say we do 6 waves. Tim Bart's only addressed wave one and wave two, but I'd like to flesh out that let's just assume they're going to do six, just like they did for 2022.
Hmm.
They're doing one every 2 weeks, so that puts us at 12 weeks. But 12 weeks from now, I guess I'm just trying to think in my head, like, yeah, I'd love to know, I'd love to have a time machine and jump ahead 12 weeks and see how many orders have been placed. Not
Yeah,
fulfilled, not delivered, just like how many new people. Because I
I
think
think
my,
you're not alone. We're setting the stage. That's the big question on everyone's mind. Probably is that.
yeah, oh boy.
Yeah.
Well,
I
um,
know. And on that note, I think I should probably get to bed soon.
yeah,
But I want to give everyone here a big thank you for joining us. This is fun, and I think we're going to try to do this right every Sunday, right, Joe?
every Sunday I'm here.
Yeah, and OSR. We'll get you on, whether you like it or not. You're coming on one of these times because I had fun doing it with you the other day too, and you're obviously here, which is awesome. And just more and more people, we could do. Oh, there we go. Got to do some editing. Yeah. Anyways, this is fun. I didn't know how cool live streaming was. I would have been doing this a long time ago.
And no editing. You're going to end this stream and you don't
Right?
have to edit a thing. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. But hey, the 40 or so of you watching, I did just post my video, so please go watch that before bed.
Go watch Larry's video.
I
And
did have a lot of editing.
so Sunday, we're going to try to stream. And guys, who knows? By Sunday, Larry or I, yeah, I mean, who knows? We might have news. We might have emails. If there was nobody at your dealer, Larry, that bumped off their pro, you never know. Fingers
I guess
crossed.
you never know. Let's stay optimistic, but let's be for
Yeah,
real.
we'll see, guys.
All right. Well, yeah, I can't wait. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Joe, for letting me hijack your stream. And it was
It was a
awesome.
great time.
All right. I'm ending it. See you guys.